How should a warden deal with a prisoner who willingly surrenders? This is the dilemma the SCP Foundation faces with Anomaly 5946, an enigmatic being that seems to seek redemption for decisions made in the past it barely remembers. Item number SCP-5947. Containment Class Killer. Disruption Class 3/Connect. Risk Class 3/Warning. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5946 is to be kept in a humanoid containment cell at Site-33. A minimum of 7 SRA, Scranton Reality Anchors, are to be placed within 2 meters of the containment cell and must remain active at all times, as this appears to reduce its capacity to manipulate reality. SCP-5946 is fitted with a Type 3 remote control subdermal pump containing Class D amnestics. This is to be activated should any deviance in standard behavioral patterns occur. To prevent SCP-5946 from developing increasing resistance to amnestics, usage of the Type 3 amnestic implant is to be minimized. Currently, no other pharmaceuticals have been shown to have an effect on SCP-5946, but alternative methods of containment are currently in development. Conversations with SCP-5946 are to be kept to a minimum outside of approved interviews, and during the course of any breach events, it should be civilly commanded to return to its containment chamber. Description: SCP-5946 is a quasi-humanoid Chiropteran entity weighing approximately 86 kilograms. It claims to be a former member of GOI 5917, the Wandsman, where it served as a cartographer. It claims it used to be responsible for making and maintaining maps of the multiverse, see SCP-5917, as well as creating pathways to new dimensions that GOI 5917 agents could explore. SCP-5946 reports working as a gatekeeper prior to joining GOI 5917, though it refuses to elaborate on what that position entailed. The association of SCP-5946 with the ecclesiastical story of Sodom and Gomorrah is unconfirmed. It has refused to comment on the subject. SCP-5946 has demonstrated multiple anomalous abilities, including the spontaneous development of resistance to amnestics, including the recovery of previously erased memories, the ability to manufacture cognitohazardous items, teleportation, and rapid cellular regeneration. Its memories appear to be linked to a large number of reality and dimensional warping abilities as well, though studies of these abilities are still ongoing. In spite of its regenerative capacity, SCP-5946 shows signs of cranial surgical scarring, and is often confused and disoriented. SCP-5946 surrendered itself to the Foundation, identifying itself as Lot, and claiming it belonged in custody. Internal Breach Log 227-2021. SCP-5946 is found in the corner of maintenance closet on level 12, with its wings wrapped tightly around it. An armed member of Site-33 security approaches it, wearing a mimetic exclusion visor. The following exchange was recorded.
Return to your cell, SCP-5946.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
SCP-5946, I will use force if necessary. Now, go back to your cell.
I know. I'm a terrible father. I'm so sorry, Paltid.
SCP-5946, do you know where you are?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back.
SCP-5946 teleported back to its containment cell. When asked what it was referring to during its episode, it did not respond. External Breach Log 315-2021. SCP-5946 was found in a wooden area adjacent to Site-33. It was seen making incisions into its upper arm with its claws, losing large quantities of blood in the process. Upon Foundation security approach, it asked them,
"Why did I survive?"
The creature was escorted back to its cell without incident. He would not elaborate on the meaning of its query in later interviews. Botanical matter outside Site-33 that had come in contact with the SCP-5946 blood putrefied immediately, and soil exposed to the blood showed no signs of typical plant growth. A blood sample was collected and applied to a botanical and soil sample, but no similar effect was observed. Investigation of the affected soil is ongoing. Extradimensional Breach Log 315-2021. SCP-5946 was discovered in a small extradimensional space in the Sector 7 code room. The extradimensional space resembled a small, candlelit wooden building with woven roofs typical of the early Bronze Age Middle East. It was discovered by Dr. Baratkar. When questioned why she did not call for backup immediately, Dr. Baratkar explained that she had lost physical control of herself, to the point that she felt as though she were experiencing the memory firsthand. The following is what took place in the pocket dimension. The following exchange was recorded and is translated from an ancient form of Hebrew.
Edith, it's good to see you.
You seem surprised. I thought you were expecting me.
Well, I know you have so many people who... It doesn't matter. Are you hungry? I just baked a fresh loaf of bread and I have honey.
God, you don't have to try so hard to impress me.
I just want you to know I care.
Because so many people don't?
Yes, I understand it. I really do. It's feel like more monsters skulk in the shadows every night. The merchant says we're wicked, but everyone in the city is just enjoying life in any way they can. I don't blame them. None of us know if we'll see another year after all, but I want to at least imagine a future.
Lord, look, I watched you. I know how you speak to the tribals and the Americans, and look up to the stars and weave histories. You want a world where there is a tomorrow. Does that mean you intend? I would not blame you for leaving. I know you're clever enough to find a way.
I'm not going anywhere. The hateful meat would start fleeing from us if I have anything to say about it.
Lord.
Dr. Baratkar recalls that at this point, she put a hand on the SCP-5946 cheek, and its eyes widened.
You're not her.
There's a sound of Dr. Baratkar staggering back.
What? What did you do to me?
I didn't. It was just a memory.
Dr. Baratkar grabs her radio.
Security, I need backup now. SCP-5946 is...
SCP-5946 teleported to its containment cell. Research note. Although she suffered no adverse physical effects from the encounter, Dr. Baratkar has reported that she will often answer to the name Edith, or even write it as her name in correspondence. She was transferred to another site at her request. The pocket dimension remains connected to Site-33 by a doorway inside the Sector 7 code room, and has been determined to be approximately 75 square meters in size. It contains a large amount of non-anomalous artifacts, which are in the process of being fully catalogued. These artifacts include a set of panpipes, a jar of honey from an extinct species of bee, and a bouquet of pressed flowers of unknown species. Security Log 520-2021. An unknown entity resembling a large, three-eyed vulture teleported into a weak point in the Site-33 thaumaturgical defense grid, managing to breach security and force its way into SCP-5946 containment cell, wrapping the cell in an, as of yet, unknown anomalous translucent barrier, using what appeared to be advanced thaumaturgical techniques. The following conversation was recorded by the cell's internal recording equipment, while security teams were attempting to contain the intruder. Only audio was recovered.
Second Watchman of Earth, are you mad? What are you doing?
Saving your hide.
Why the hell are you even here? Do you have any idea how much everyone's been looking for you? Second Watchman, leave this place at once. I cannot guarantee your safety. I'm not well. But you're alive. That's more than anyone else can say after facing that thing. Now come on. I've got the power to those poor souls they had biting you here, so... Blast it, Second! I need to stay! You're incredibly lucky you got me lucid, but I'm not myself these days. Then we'll heal you. We're not so flush with the cartographers that we can't spare some bandages and you can't heal me. Don't you get it? What that thing did, it can't be undone. I couldn't save her soul. I barely managed to remove the pieces of myself that it touched. The millennia I studied, all the magic I could muster. I barely made it flinch. Then we'll try again. We'll do everything we can at it. These blind fools included. Please, just come home. Dugu, stop.
There is a pause.
You, my name? I'll have to purge it now. Why would you? Because I love you like a son. And I can't put you in any danger. Please, just go back. And stay far away from this wretched place that birthed us.
There is a pause.
I'm going to fix this someday. Knowledge will not fall to the beasts.
By the time MTF units were able to breach the barrier, the unknown entity could not be located. Interview log 520-2021. Interviewer, Dr. Harold Barnes. Subject, SCP-5946. Interview begins.
Hello, Lot. We were hoping to ask you a few questions about the being that breached security.
He will trouble you no further.
I did hear your efforts to dissuade it on the radio feed. Speaking of which, you received your head injury in some sort of battle?
It wasn't a battle, it was a rescue mission. A failed one.
Who were you trying to rescue?
It doesn't matter. I never stood a chance. The Skardics have a true god. I just played pretend.
Remainder of transcript has been logged to all personnel without level 5 clearance. Warning. O5 security log on files. Mimetic kill agents employed. Encrypt documentation. Interview log 520-2021. Extended. Interviewer. Site Director Nakamura. Replacing Dr. Barnes. Subject. SCP-5946. Interview begins. Start talking.
It's not safe to drop the act. That thing you fought has turned hundreds of my good soldiers to shreds, and I do not have time to coddle your ridiculous make-believe mental incompetence. I'm not faking it. I forget myself. I forget everything sometimes. You don't get my job without being able to read people. Maybe you're not faking it, but you're hamming it up like nothing else. And more importantly, you've met it. Now talk. You have no idea what you're doing with. So, it's Thursday then. You are officially the only one to face y'all. Do not say its name. What? Do you think we go by title for fun?
I think you gave us yours pretty easily.
Because I deserve it.
There is a pause.
Do you think you're the 50,000th Kalos scholar to reach out to me? To say how their doom quest was different? To know in their souls that their cause was just, and any price was worth it if they could just make it pay something, anything? Do you know what I hate the most about this place? Is that thing in your eyes, that hope. That little shred of your mind that thinks you're actually going to be able to hold these things back. That you'll be clever enough to.
SCP-5946 gestures to itself.
Behold your future, Director.
Administrator Burns chimes in on the intercom.
Director Nakamura, there's an urgent call for you.
Tell them I'm busy.
Sir, it's coming from the O5 console.
Fine.
The director stands up, bearing down at SCP-5946. You know, we're not your personal purgatory.
Sure.
End log. Knowledge can be dangerous. It is unusual for an anomaly to willingly submit to confinement and experimentation by the Foundation. What's not surprising is that its leaders would attempt to meddle with unknown forces. Is unraveling the past of this tormented creature worth calling for the attention of a dangerous entity? If it's lying about its condition, what other things might it be plotting? Perhaps it's simply a matter of heeding the biblical tale of Lot and holding on to hope without looking back at the terrible past. Suggestions for future entries are welcome below. I am Virostris Anonymous. We are the GOC, and you have been informed.